Hello everyone, my name is David. Today we are going to explain a movie named RoboCop, released in 2014. So sit with some popcorns, relax, and enjoy this movie. This story begins in the year 2028, where a company has developed highly advanced robots. These robots are sent into the city for testing. The sole purpose of creating these robots is to maintain law and order in the city. These robots can scan anyone to detect if they are carrying weapons. Additionally, these robots are equipped with dangerous weapons themselves. While the robots are testing and scanning people in the market, some individuals who are against these robots attack them. In response, the robots retaliate and kill several people, including one man. His child, armed with a knife, confronts the robot to avenge his father. The robot scans the child, sees the weapon, and kills him as well. This incident severely tarnishes the image of the robots. The company, which intended to provide these robots for security worldwide, sees its plan fail completely. They are now determined to fulfill their mission by any means necessary. So they plan to create cyborgs by integrating robotic abilities into humans, resulting in a half-human, half-robot soldier capable of maintaining law and order in the city. At the same time, we are introduced to a police detective in the city named Alex Murphy. He is investigating a crime lord in the city, who in turn plants a bomb in Murphy's car and detonates it, leaving Murphy severely injured with no chance of survival. Murphy is on the verge of death when the CEO of the robotics company learns of his condition and tells his team that Murphy would be the perfect candidate to become a cyborg. They speak with Murphy's wife, who agrees to save her husband, and the experiments on Murphy begin. After 3 months of hard work, they succeed in transforming him into a cyborg. When Murphy is activated after 3 months, he is disheartened by his appearance and asks who did this to him. A scientist explains that he was severely injured in the bomb blast, with no part of his body intact except for his brain, lungs, heart, and kidneys. Murphy's new body is revealed, showing that he is now half-human, half-robot. Murphy then undergoes training, where he learns various skills. After completing his training, he faces many robots but proves to be more powerful than all of them, because he has a human brain capable of understanding situations and planning accordingly. He defeats all the robots. The team members who completed this mission and turned Murphy into a cyborg are thrilled with the success. Murphy is then allowed to reunite with his family. He meets his wife and son, who are happy to see that Murphy is still alive. Murphy is also very happy to see his family again. Now that Murphy has fully become a cyborg, the mission is considered a complete success. The company decides to introduce Murphy to the world. Preparations are made for his introduction. While everyone is waiting outside for Murphy, data on all the crimes that have occurred, including the scene where a bomb was planted in Murphy's car and he was injured, is being fed into Murphy's system. When Murphy sees this scene, it triggers his memory and he begins to have an emotional breakdown. The scientists become worried about this, so they erase all his feelings, effectively reducing his human emotions to almost zero. As they are taking him outside, his wife and son approach him. His son smiles at him, but because Murphy no longer has emotions, he doesn't even look at his son and walks onto the stage, where there are many people in front of him. He scans everyone and realizes that there is a man in the crowd who is a threat to everyone. He goes to the man and shoots him. Everyone knows that the man was a huge criminal, so they greatly appreciate Murphy, and now he is named RoboCop. Murphy's system is connected to all the cameras in the city, so he can see everything. Additionally, he has detailed data on all the crimes that have occurred in the city. As a result, he starts taking down criminals one by one, and within a few months, he eradicates crime from the city, becoming its hero. Everyone greatly appreciates Murphy's work. However, the company doesn't tell his wife that all human emotions have been completely removed from him. One day, his wife comes in front of Murphy's bike and tells him that their son wants to meet him and is worried about him. Murphy scans her and realizes that she is anxious. Although he understands that she is worried, he doesn't know that he is the cause of her concern because he no longer has emotions. Therefore, he leaves the scene. Murphy's wife is deeply saddened by this. Now that Murphy has seen his wife, he watches all the footage related to his family, especially his son. He finds out that his son is suffering from stress, tension, hysteria, anxiety, and fear. He also watches the video footage of when someone placed a bomb in his car, which injured him in the explosion. He realizes that his son was watching everything from the window at that time. This incident has left a deep-seated fear in his son's heart. After seeing all this, Murphy's mind starts to change. The emotions that were completely erased begin to develop again. He decides to take revenge on the man who planted the bomb in his car, who is the boss of all the criminals in the city. First, he goes to one of the boss's men and asks for the boss's location. The man tells him the boss's whereabouts. Meanwhile, the boss learns that RoboCop is coming for him and alerts his entire gang in advance. Now, Murphy, aka RoboCop, arrives there, and a firefight ensues between RoboCop and the boss's men. The boss's men were wearing night vision glasses because they had made the place completely dark. But they didn't know that Murphy also had the ability to see in the dark. Murphy kills all the criminals there, including the crime boss. However, he gets badly injured in the encounter, and some of his robotic parts are damaged. Then he picks up the boss's gun and checks for fingerprints, finding the fingerprints of 2 police officers from his own department. He realizes that they were also in league with the boss. Murphy returns to the police station and kills one of the officers. Before he can kill the other one, the officer reveals that they did everything on the orders of their boss, the chief of police, who was also in cahoots with the criminals. Murphy goes to arrest her, but before he can, he is switched off, rendering him unconscious. Murphy is kept switched off for a few days, causing the public to start questioning where their RoboCop is, as he is a hero to the city and the world. The CEO of the company that made Murphy a cyborg claims that Murphy started to show weaknesses, so they switched him off. He says they will keep him off until they find a solution. In reality, the CEO doesn't want anyone to know that Murphy has started to regain his emotions. The CEO knows that if Murphy's emotions return, he might leave them to go back to his family, which the CEO absolutely does not want. Now, the whole world's sympathy is with his company and the CEO. The CEO gets permission to sell his robots worldwide, which is going to be very profitable for him. He is very pleased with this and decides to switch off Murphy permanently, effectively killing him. When the scientist who created Murphy as a cyborg learns about this, he is deeply saddened. The scientist didn't want Murphy to be killed. So he goes to Murphy, switches him on, and tells him everything, including the CEO's plan to kill him permanently. He urges Murphy to leave immediately. Murphy gets on his bike and heads toward the company's CEO. Meanwhile, the CEO learns that Murphy has been reactivated and is coming for him to seek revenge. So, he deploys all his robots. Murphy arrives, and a fierce battle ensues between him and the robots. Murphy destroys many robots, but during the fight, one of his arms gets completely damaged. Before the robots can kill him, one of Murphy's allies, a police officer, arrives. The officer is without weapons and steps in front of the robots, knowing they won't attack anyone without a weapon. Murphy's friend stops the robots, allowing Murphy to move forward. Then one of the CEO's men arrives with a remote control that can control Murphy. Murphy wants to kill him but can't because the man has complete control over him. Before he can switch Murphy off, Murphy's police officer friend arrives from behind and kills him. Now, Murphy learns that the CEO is on the rooftop of the building. He heads there where the CEO is waiting for a helicopter. Murphy wants to attack him, but the CEO also has a gadget that can control Murphy. Despite his efforts, Murphy can't attack because the CEO has complete control over him. Additionally, the CEO has taken Murphy's wife and son hostage. The CEO confidently threatens to kill Murphy's wife and son. Hearing this, Murphy starts experiencing many changes. He hyperactivates his mind, which brings back human-like feelings, and he breaks free from the CEO's control. As soon as he breaks free, Murphy shoots and kills the CEO. Since Murphy's robotic body is badly damaged, the scientist who created him repairs it. Due to the extensive destruction caused by the robots meant to be sent to other countries are banned. This means no robots will be sent to any country. Murphy's wife and son come to see him and tell him that they will always stay together and will never leave him again. Murphy has fully regained his emotions, and he is very happy to see his family. With this, the film and the story come to an end. We hope you enjoyed this story.